Hello, this is COMPUTEX 2009. You're watching Hexus TV, and I'm talking to Warren East, who's the CEO of ARM. Hi, Warren.
Hi.
So, Warren, we're just sitting on the stage where you recently did a sort of keynote speech. Can you briefly recap on that for us?
Yes, sure. So what I was talking about was the mobile internet becoming a reality. And I was talking about the fact that we believe the mobile internet is a really significant change in computing. The internet's been around for 30 years, 20 years. The internet's been around for 20 years. Personal computing's been around for 30 years. These two things are coming together with wireless technology where ARM is very strong, and it's making the mobile internet a reality. That's basically what I was talking about.
And ARM is traditionally known to people who follow this sort of thing for its designs being used in mobile phone handsets. Is it correct to say that ARM's ambitions now are sort of stretching to larger form factors beyond that?
Yes, I mean our ambitions have always been the architecture for the digital world. That doesn't say the architecture for the mobile phone.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you know, if you look last year, then there were 1.4 billion ARM microprocessors shipped into things that weren't mobile phones. So you know, I think we're pretty prevalent outside of mobile phones in digital cameras, TV cameras,
right.
Digital TVs, set-top boxes, automotive products, you know, a huge range of products, and we believe that the mobile internet is going to connect lots of these things and enable them all to get smarter.
And what do you mean by get smarter?
Just do smarter things because they can have these devices can have automatic access to information and provide information. So intelligent sensors, for instance, to sense when perhaps some power's available or not available to turn something on or off, and that type of activity.
And I think the areas of that ARM sort of deals in that are probably of most interest to Hexus viewers are the slightly larger form factors. So we've got smartphones, and then we've got mobile internet devices, MIDs, and we've got netbooks and that sort of thing. Can you tell me a little bit about sort of ARM's ambitions in those larger form factor spaces?
Well, we see them all as essentially the same thing. It's a personal connection to the mobile internet. And right now I can't tell you whether the most successful form factor is going to be a fixed 10-inch screen or a 4-inch screen or a 7-inch screen, or on the video clip that I introduced my talk, I had a flexible screen that being showed, and you know, who knows is the answer. But from a computing point of view, which is what we're interested in, then it's all basically the same. And our business model is about enabling the players and then allowing choice and innovation for those customers. So we license our technology to over 200 semiconductor companies, and they supply a huge range of ODMs and OEMs, and we're the experts in the underlying microprocessor technology, and we provide an environment for our licensees to be successful.
And a quote from your keynote earlier, you said computers, this is what I wrote down anyway, being totally underused. People aren't using the full sort of compute power in processors. Now, as far as I can tell, ARM, which specialises in lower power processors than its sort of competitor in the netbook market, which would be Intel, it strikes me that sort of, if you don't mind me saying, you would say that.
Yes.
Are ARM processors powerful enough to do what people are going to want for these larger form factors?
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you take a Cortex A8 today, it will deliver over a gigahertz type performance. If you take an ARM 11 today running at 400 megahertz, such as the one in my mobile phone, I can browse the internet, get my email, you know, watch video clips and so on. So there's plenty of performance headroom in the ARM architecture, and the beauty is it's totally scalable, so it's the same architecture throughout. Okay.
Another quote you said, which I just want you to clarify. You said you're going to stop coming to COMPUTEX to talk about mobile internet because it'll be commonplace. Does that mean you're going to stop coming to COMPUTEX, or is it just in that context?
I think I'm going to have to come up with something else to talk about next time I'm here.
Right, okay. So you've still been coming back, but talking about something new?
Yes, I mean, I said it slightly tongue-in-cheek. Probably in another 2 years' time, we'll still be talking about the emergence of the mobile internet, because actually these things do happen quite slowly. But it is extraordinary, the progress that's happened in the last 2 years since I was last on this stage doing something similar. And it's only when you look back over a period like that that you can appreciate the change that has happened. And we do believe that if the mobile internet is to deliver on its promise, then it has to be technology that gets out of the way rather than into the way.
Okay. One more quote, just to fire at you to get clarification on. You talked in the context we are here in Taiwan. You said Taiwan's a global centre of innovation, and the world's looking to Taiwan to make the products that turn the mobile internet into reality. Can you just explain what you meant by that?
Well, Taiwan is full of companies that do design of products. You know, they're really trying hard to make things like the netbook a reality, experimenting with different form factors and different features. And I see the mobile internet as being a feature which is a great playground for such companies to innovate, but it's a two-way relationship. If companies don't innovate with that feature, then we won't get the products and the mobile internet won't become a reality. So the challenge is to an area like that, and as we're in Taiwan, obviously that's what we're talking about, the challenge is for them to deploy some of that innovation expertise and get cracking on the mobile internet.
So you seem to be talking more in a sort of OEM context there. I'm also interested to know in an actual sort of chip manufacturing context.
Yeah.
Because traditionally, you don't manufacture, you just make the designs. Now other people license your designs, and they in turn outsource the manufacturing. That's generally how it goes. And that outsourced manufacturing tends to go to Taiwanese companies like TSMC. We recently interviewed some people from Global Foundries, in fact, just before we spoke to you. I'm just curious to know what impact you think Global Foundries might have on that paradigm where TSMC and other sort of Far Eastern foundries are dominating the manufacturing landscape.
I think Global Foundries have the potential to make a huge impact because if you look, the semiconductor world is definitely coalescing into three process camps. There's the Intel with their in-house process technology, TSMC that services a vast range of customers, and the IBM Common Platform Group where Global Foundries are lining up. And if we look in the IBM Common Platform Group, the technology is there to be as good or better than Intel, but the players concerned at the moment fall short of TSMC in the customer's perception. I'm not saying they do, but you know, there's certainly a perception out there that IBM don't have the capacity, Charter don't have the capacity, Samsung, you know, might go and take the products off somewhere else. Global Foundries comes on the scene. They have the potential for huge capacity and therefore the potential to transform the common platform.
And it's interesting you talk about perception, because you talked about Intel doing its manufacturing in-house. But of course, it had an announcement a few months ago where it entered into a partnership with TSMC. What effect do you think that had on that landscape?
I think it's probably not as big an announcement as a lot of the commentary would have us believe. It seems like a very sensible move for both Intel and TSMC to me. Intel have been very clear about their intention to at least target the mobile space with the Atom processor. In order to be vaguely credible in that space, you need to be able to provide integrated system on chips. You know, Intel are coming from a world of not integrated system-on-chip devices. TSMC gives them a fast route to get there. And from TSMC's point of view, they already manufacture a bunch of stuff for Intel. They're just going to enhance their business with Intel. So it's good for both.
And just to finish off, is there anything you think Hexas viewers, anything else you'd like them to know about ARM before we finish?
I think most Hexas viewers need to take away the fact that, you know, they're already probably extensive users of ARM technology, and they're likely to join the 1.5 billion or so consumers this year who go out and buy another ARM-powered product, and I'd like to encourage them to do so.
Of course. Okay, thank you very much for your time, Warren.
Thank you.
That was Warren East, CEO of ARM, and you've been watching Hexas TV.
I'm Warren East, I'm CEO of ARM Holdings, and you're watching Hexas TV.